Happy New Year 2021. May we together commit to continuing to do the great work, the work of the great masters, of the great siddhas, that is now up to us. It is not left in the hands merely of one or another isolated person. We must continue to rise up to take responsibility for the world that we live in, and to continue to articulate the message of the greatest beings. This birth, this body, this life is for highest attainment. It is an extraordinary gift of the Mahashakti to be present in this way, and to pursue and to investigate and to persist in the inner opening of our deepest consciousness. It is not left to others to accomplish that for us. It is our responsibility to inwardly align and continue to discover, continue to experience, continue to refine, continue to release the agitating obstacles that obstruct and darken and limit our perception and our understanding, as we continue to release what is unnecessary and experience the process of transformation of consciousness, the transformation of identity, the transformation of our very own self, as we rise higher and higher into the light. We see more clearly, we perceive in a more nuanced and precise and deeply etched way the divine movement and purpose of consciousness through everything in its infinite variety, mystery, and dynamism, and at the same time in its inward presence within us. Within us, within our very deepest being, is everything. The wholeness of life is present. It is true that in so many different moments of life, we experience loss, we experience sadness, we experience grief, we experience anger, fury even, we experience devastation, we experience disorientation, we experience a sense of perhaps futility or incapacity to understand, or many other experiences that shape, tinge, color, and also limit, agitate, and obstruct our vision. And our practice, our whole sadhana, our whole attempt to live life in the alignment with the highest consciousness, the highest vibration, is to rise through all of these states, to continue to experience the bright luminosity of the perfect light of consciousness, the light of wisdom, the light of non-duality, the light of wholeness, by means of which we move beyond all such in order to experience this embodiment, this human life, suffused, irradiated, empowered, and completely filled with the brightness of the absolute consciousness itself. And from that vantage point of ennobled, uplifted, illuminated, empowered consciousness, to then, with great dedication and divine vision and sense of purpose and deepest meaning, to serve in all the different ways that it is possible for us to serve in life. Empowered by a sense of universality, a sense of the highest perspective on service, by a sense of the wholeness that embraces all and everything, and by a sense of extraordinary, daily renewed, deepest inspiration that allows us to pulsate and vibrate and open the eye of wisdom, the eye of non-duality, the eye of divine bliss, the eye of sacredness, the eye of love that allows us to see everything in this way. So on this first day of a new year, as we mark the outer calendar of life, we take this occasion to renew our understanding, our commitment, our aligning, our sense of invoking that potency of the Mahashakti that brings us closer and closer and closer to divine intention. What is the will of the highest force of consciousness that runs universally, invisibly, yet extraordinarily powerfully through everything, that shapes life altogether, that shapes the vastness of the macrocosm, and it shapes the minuteness of each individual microcosm. We are held in this divine intention. And to the degree that we are able to feel it, see it, align with it, discover it, allow ourselves to surrender into its extraordinary force of consciousness, to that degree, our life is carried forward in the highest possible way, from the highest possible vantage point and perspective. These are beautiful teachings, but they're not just idealistic fantasies. They are, in fact, the very way that everything works all together. When life is out of alignment, when life is disconnected from the deepest source, when life is isolated in fragmentation, partiality of vision, smallness of understanding, when life is agitated by perspectives of limitation, of suffering, of smallness, of the greed, of limited perspective or vision, then that is what is manifested. That is what is seen. That is what takes place. And that is what occurs. And so the great masters have counseled anciently and primordially, allow the inner vision to open. Allow yourself to experience. Allow yourself to taste this exquisite inner current that sparkles in the light of consciousness,